On this episode, we'll be looking at a Fisher & Paykel front load washing machine giving an error 75 or E75 error. This is an error that's related to heating. So the heating is not detected in the washing machine in the given time. So you put it on a wash and then you come back and you find it when it's finished. It might say error 75, or it'll just stop in the middle of the cycle and say ERR 75. So today we are going to look at how we fix that problem. So you're going to need a couple of things to sort out this issue. So you'll need number 10 millimeter socket, and then a Phillips head screwdriver, and possibly a new heating element. So what you're going to need to do is go around to the back of your washing machine and access the heating element that heats up the water in your washing machine. So we'll turn it around and have a look at what is happening inside this beast. So if you turn it around to the back, now this is similar for a lot of models. A lot of Fisher & Paykel models will have this. Is applicable to these. So they'll have 6 screws holding the back plate. So the back plate is this bit here. So we want to remove that. In order to remove that, we need to take out a couple of screws. So you'll notice there's a couple of screws in there that we need to get rid of. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all in all, you got 6 screws that you need to get rid of there. So let's go ahead with our Phillips head screwdriver and take those screws off and see how we go. All right, so let's remove our screws and access the back of the washing machine. I'd say before you open, make sure that you've obviously disconnected your power, because we don't want you to get the shockies, eh? And just move everything out of the way that would obstruct your access. So we're going to go right here and remove these screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa, easy peasy. So that came out. Probably take out the top one last. Don't do what I did. All right, so we now have the washing machine open. So the heating element is located down here, where all these cables are going. That's where your heating element is, and we need to change that heating element to make sure that we get it heating again. So usually what I like to do, I don't like to kneel at awkward angles and not be able to easily access the bottom of the washing machine. So what you want to do is maybe get a sheet or something, and I'm going to tilt the washing machine forward and let it rest on the wall so that I can easily access the heating element. All right, so I'm just going to push it forward a bit, tilt it forward. All right. You can do it on your knees if you want, but there you go. So like that. I've got much better access now. And then the good thing about this is all the water that's still in there, because that's the lowest point, it'll all go down in there. You don't have to be soaked. All right, let's move in a bit closer so we can have a bit of a closer look at this heating element. So at the bottom there, a bit down there. Yeah. So where all those cables are going, that's where we want to go in there. right there. You can see it now. Perfect, just there. That's the heater. So let's go ahead and remove the heating element. So what's holding it together is, first thing we do is remove the terminals, all the power cables and everything connected to it. There'll be about 4 cables. Some of them you have to actually push the pin that's on the end of this connector, push it inwards and pull it down. So that's for your earth and for the blue wire. And then for the temperature sensor, let's just easily pull it out. There we go. So eventually it came out. So put that on the side. Then what you want to do now is take your number 10 socket, 10 mil socket, and in the middle there's a nut. You can see that there's a nut there, a 10 mil nut, and lefty loosey, righty tighty. So it's gonna do it. You can do it with a gun if you have one, but I like to do these delicate parts with a socket and a ratchet. So no need to rush in case you break something. All right, here we go. So we got the nut out now. Put it somewhere where you won't lose it. Now, pulling the heater out is, maybe you can hold these terminals and try to pull it towards you. Easy as that. Easy as that. Oh, there's one cable left there. Pull that out. Oh, look at that gunk. Yeah. Ugh. That's probably not helping it. So I'm going to put this to the side. If you want, you can run a test meter through this, but usually I just replace them and see how we go. Because usually when you get that error 75, something's going on with your heating element. These washers, you can connect them to the cold tap for both the hot and the cold, and this internal heater will heat up the water for you. It'll take a longer time, and then maybe at the end of that you get the error 75, but in the middle of the cycle you must be able to hold the glass door and feel the heat coming from there. So we're going to need to put this in there and see how we go. So these heating elements, you can buy them from Fisher & Paykel or any reused parts places. Just need to quote the model number of your washing machine, which is usually at the back here. You can see the model number is just here. That's what you quote, and then you can just buy heating element. It should cost you maybe about like 60 bucks. Worth it though, because then you've got a nice washing machine. You've saved yourself a few bucks rather than having someone else coming out to your house and charging you heaps. Now, to put in this heater, there's a bit of a trick to it. The new heater. So you see that this rubber bit here, you need to pull it outwards that way so that it separates from this metal plate. So I'll probably use a flathead screwdriver to do that. And then I'll have better access . when you're putting in, you want to wipe this bit here. Make sure that there's nothing stuck in there, like some debris that will cause it not to seal properly, and then you start getting annoying leaks. So we're going to go right ahead and pop this thing back in there. Beautiful. That's it. Okay, so now that we've got our heater in there, a couple of things I'd just recommend for you guys to do. Make sure maybe you put some grease around the rubber bit. So this rubber bit that goes on there in the drum, so that it goes in nice and smooth. And maybe if you have a small chisel, you can just hit it, tap it gently as it goes in. Make sure that you don't hit the drum of the washing machine itself and then create another problem for yourself. So now that I've got mine in, it might take some time to get yours in, but take your time, there's no rush. You are saving yourself some money by doing this yourself, eh? So just do it right, and you do it once. All right, so clockwise to tighten that. Make sure that it's nice and tight so that it doesn't come loose. So probably say that torque is about maybe 40 Newton meters. When you're about to grip that, you'll know by feel. Yeah, don't overdo it. Don't over tighten it. All right, so remember to put back the connections as you found them. So we are going to put those back in and see how our washing machine is going to perform now. So earth goes on the metal bit. There's two connections for earth. These two pronged ones. So it's pretty simple. Once you fix this, then your washer will be heating up clothes again, and you won't get that annoying error 75 message, or you won't get your washing machine being moldy and not cleaning away the mold. Remember to put back everything as you found it. Secure all the wires and all the connections so that you'll be good. So putting back the back cover is as simple as this. So you just line up the holes with the back plate. Just remembering where you got everything. Okay. There we go. So like that, like that, like that. Simples. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and good luck with yours. If you have any questions or if you run into any problems, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I would be more than happy to help out. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time. Cheers, guys.